Hello guys, Red here. Welcome back to Red's Market Watch week 2 in a row on a Tuesday when it's meant to be on a Wednesday, but we'll gloss over that. If you want to skip to the part of the video that makes you most interested, because I'm splitting it up into transfer market, SBCs, objectives, squad battles, and what team I'll be using all the way at the end, like over there. Check the description for that, and as well check my my Twitter and my Twitch out. Sometimes I'll live stream just a random game, whatever I'm feeling. And Twitter, I'll post any FIFA update that I currently have. But yeah, so with that out of the way, let's get into the real reason you clicked onto this video, which is the transfer market. What a week, guys. It's finally rising. EA have finally released high-end SBCs that higher players are actually wanted. It hasn't, the market hasn't risen as much as I thought. Risen, is that a word? It hasn't rose as much as I thought it would. But it's starting to rise. Like, you've got players like Stegen, which last week were 25. This is on Xbox prices, by the way, but with the difference is PC you normally add about 3k and PS you normally take away about 3k. It's about that much difference between each market, but they all behave at the same time to each other relatively anyway, and I should know because I play on all three platforms because I love FIFA and have a lot of spare time on my life. Don't tell anyone from uni. So it's finally rising. You've got Stegen, which is now a low 30k. I think right now he's sitting at about 33k on the transfer market. Last week he was 25k. So if anyone actually bought a bunch of him, then you've already made I think about a 5k profit after EA tax. 33% maths on camera. Yeah, it's about 5.5k profit. So if you bought a heap of them, you've made a decent money. They're all the same. Casemiro, Benzema, they're all starting to improve by about 3k. All these players. Cruz is a new one. And even these, like 89 rated Suarez, which when big SBCs come out, not these, there needs to be the key for SBCs to make the market rise is it's not going to be like the Ronaldo one at the moment, which is 2 mil. No one's going to do that. Not everyone's going to do that. What it needs to be is about a 200k SBC, that's about the money people have just laying around in plays and everything, and they'll look to buy. About a 200k SBCs that is about a 185 squad that requires a team of the week, like a Suarez or a Dzeko or a Bernardo or a Hidekari. And they're all sitting very cheap. Like Dzeko's like 20, 15k. They're all ridiculously cheap for the price where they should all be sitting at. These should be sitting at about 30k. This should be sitting at like 70k. Purely because of the SBC worth, not because people will be using them or they're good cards or anything, just purely for the SBC worth. And when those cards rise, so will these cards. Like, Stegen's probably around about what you're looking for. He'll be a 90 rated player. When the high SBCs come out, he'll probably go to about 50k as a maximum. Casemiro and Benzema, they'll be about 42k, and same as these, they'll be like 39, 40k. And then you sort of just slowly take down the increments to about the lowest that will go is normally 85s are about 15k. 86s are low 20s, and then it just sort of goes up from there. But yeah, those are the prices these players should be sitting at. So at the moment in the market, they are all so very low and very cheap. And if you want to make some big money, but it'll take a while, obviously invest into it now. If not, find players that are cheap when you buy them, like sniping. So what you do is you just go on the transfer market and you put in the price of the lowest bid. So say I want to snipe Tony Cruz. I'm not really sure what his price is going for at the moment. So what, he's 17k. I saw. Ooh, I messed up there. So what, he's what, 17? Let's have a look. I think he's about 15. Ooh, Cruz is rose higher than I thought. Let's stop saying that word. I don't really know it. So yeah, he's about 16, 20k. So if you really want to snipe, so the 16k, I'm not going to do it. But what you do is you go max price, bang, 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 search. And then have a look. Okay, no one there. And then you just keep repeating that process for a snipe. And what you can also do to make a small bucks, but you can only really do it with high rated players, is buy I'm talking in Australia times at the moment. So by about 8 o'clock AEST time, sell about 2 o'clock AEST time, and then buy again later in the afternoon until the morning, because that's when the market goes up and down, because rest of the world's sort of asleep or doing stuff. And we're awake, and that's when the market rises and drops, and that's what you can do for these big players. So it's pretty. That's how you can make your money in the short term, but long term, I would suggest buying a handful of Cruises, handful of Ramoses, handful of Benzema's, handful of Testagens. Even though he's gone up, he's still got at least 7K more to go. Before he reaches that settle price. So buy a heap of them, invest into some Suarez's, because he'll go up by at least 20K when the 200K SBCs for a decent player come out. But things to watch in this market, players like Haaland and Lukaku, they are dropping like a stone at the moment. Haaland, I bought my Haaland for 100K. Ouch. That's a big loss of profit for me, because now he's like 20K. So I'm kind of crying about that one. But hey, you lose some, and I use Haaland in my team, so that's not really a matter for me. Like, I'll always use him because he's so good for a CDM where I play him, or even striker. I've started to play him this week. I'll show you my team I'm using at the moment, because something happened this week. But yeah, Lukaku's dropping. I think he was like 60, 50K last week, and now he's 40, 38. So he's dropping. Cahill was like 180K last week, and now I think he's barely 100. 100. Oh no, he's actually high. He's like 140. So he's dropped 50K on PlayStation. He's barely 100. That's where I got that number from. But yeah, he's like 140. He's dropping 30K. Gomez, he was mid 250. What's he now? He is now low 200s. So, and on PlayStation, he's like 180. So they are dropping like a stone. Ricken, I'm pretty sure Ricken is one of the cheapest ones. He's 20. He's 120. But yeah, the foot heroes are dropping like a stone. So if you're thinking of buying a foot hero, wait. If you're looking to buy any of these players, go for it, because it's a 30K now. So if they're gonna drop, they'll only drop a little bit more. But then they get into the range of fodder. Like Haaland now, he's 23K. He'll go up to about 30, and that will be about his comfortable price, being around the 30s, whether it's 32 to about maybe 29. Around that price is where Haaland will probably stay, just purely because of his rating, which really sucks for me. But, hey, some you lose, some you win, some you lose. So you can't really predict anything. And yeah, so that's the market, sort of that. So next I'll go over squad battles. And like I said, EA are finally bringing in some decent, hefty squad battles, like not squad. What am I talking about? SBCs, sorry. Like some SBCs, like Ronaldo, he's 100K SBC. Umtiti is like an 80K SBC. Ronaldo is like a 2 mil SBC, and literally only 3 people are gonna do that, and they're all YouTubers that have inputted money. Benzema's 100K. Like, they're finally doing some big SBCs, which is good, because that's gonna start bringing the market up to rise, and yeah, hopefully you can start selling those players and make some money off trading, without even trying, really, because they're no brainer trades at the moment. But yeah, in terms of doing SBC, Wijnaldum, apparently one of watchers get like a +1 when they perform and win like a certain number of matches IRL. So Wijnaldum, Farmers League, no brainer. Badu, if they're not versing PSG anytime soon, AS Monaco, do him. He's very cheap. Umtiti actually looks like a not bad card for about 80K. I know there's a lot of French defenders, and I know the meta's sort of in the Bundesliga, Premier League defense. But yeah, it's not a bad card. If he fits your team, obviously do it. If not, I wouldn't stress and try and build a team around it. Not worth it at all. Koulibaly, he'll get more cards in the future. So, and sorry, that's the thing about the Umtiti. He probably won't, how Barca are playing and how he's not in the national team. I don't think he is anyway. But yeah, so how he's playing at the moment, nah. Don't even, he's not going to get another one. So unless he gets like a Scream or even Shapeshifters or something all the way down like January, February next year, he's not actually going to get another special card. So if you want a special card on Titty, there you go for 80k. Koulibaly, he'll get another card. Till do it, he's like 20k, I think. Ronaldo 2 mil. Do not touch this card ever. He'll probably get an inform. It's Ronaldo. It's 92. That card will only have like one extra dribbling or one extra shot than his next inform. So, not really worth it. Benzema's the same story. He's 100k. Not really good SBC fodder because, like I said, 90k is there about 50k for SBC fodder to actually do this to go into an SBC. So not worth it in the slightest. 78 upgrade pack. Do it at your own discretion. I would personally, if you're wanting to waste players, go into the old-fashioned gold upgrade pack. I like emptied my PS4 account, PS5 sorry account yesterday, and I got like Ruben Diaz, Mats Hummels, but a bunch of fun. It was like 25 gold player packs. It's just a lot of fun. I just decided to have after a stressful night. So yeah, those are the SBCs. Obviously, do the Wijnaldum. He's 100k. It's very expensive, but he'll go to 85 and probably will get a couple of informs. So he'll go up. Badu, yeah. Titty do, but the rest of them don't touch. But it's a good sign that FIFA are finally going to start putting some SBCs out really early, and the market should rise. And while I'm talking, actually, I'll go into objectives and I'll tell you something else. So stay tuned. So objectives are pretty much the same. You got a day from when this is going out to do them. Clue of Virtue SBC, nothing's really changed apart from these. Remember how in my beginners video I said wait until you can do at least 2 of these? For this week only, and I think it's because it's the starting week of foot, you can actually do week 1 as well. So you can have week 1, week 2, week 3, which as you can see, just plain rivals will get you these like win 6, win 5. Rival skills, 2 players with high dribbling, and then 2 players with high passing. Like, they all overlap. And instead of, because if you're like me, you'll only play rivals every 2 weeks just because it's not really my cup of tea. I don't really like to online play because the internet down here in Australia is horrible. So yeah, don't I don't do it. I wait until 2 of them, and then I'll do my games and rivals and see how far I get. Come Vega, if he really fits your team, it's a lot of games. And there's not really a guarantee he'll get that many informs. He'll get a future stars when EA finally does that at the end of the year and might get some special cards, but want watchers aren't affected by those cards. So do him at your own discretion. He's a lot of games, but if he fits your team, go for it. Got EA's perfectly flawless pack that I have no idea what to do there, but it's for a Prime Gold Players pack, which is pretty good. So yeah, SP objectives really haven't changed that much in the slightest. So what I want to talk to you guys about now is the upcoming events that FIFA have on. So at the moment, obviously we've got the last week I want to watch coming at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a third. EA have never done a third team before, but I really wouldn't be surprised. But I highly doubt that there's a third one coming out because there hasn't been like a Sergio I want to watch come out yet. So be careful of that, but I highly doubt there's going to be another one to watch. I think this week that EA might leave it. They could jump into the Halloween event this week to keep the market flowing, but careful of this weekend because I doubt there'll be an event, and that's when the market is going to rise. If EA bring out another SBC about Monday next week or on the weekend, the market is going to rise because people aren't going to have any incentives to spend money on the game and buy packs because there's no special cards, and EA probably won't release that many good promos. So yeah, and most people would have done like the League of Nation Basics or these little I don't know if I have one. like Wijnaldum transfer to PSG, which I hope you guys did, by the way, because that's where I got a player I'll show you later in my team. But yeah, like they won't have these newcomer challenges where they're just throwing at packs, and most people would have done these foundations. So, yeah, there's going to be a lower supply now in the market, and if there's no supply to meet the demand, because demand will probably stay the same, if not rise, then the market is going to rise. Players are going to become more expensive. You're going to get your money back. So yeah, watch out now because I don't think there's going to be an event this weekend. I could be wrong. EA could jump into the Halloween event early on because it's going to be what 18th of October or 17th of October is Friday. Um, don't quote me on the dates. I don't really know, but yeah. So that's the dates coming out. So yeah, that's the objectives. That's the squad. Now, if anyone is still watching, check this out right now. I didn't record it because I was not expecting anything to come out, but this pack I managed to get De Bruyne and Modric in the same pack. What that is awesome. And yeah, and this was from the Wijnaldum to PSG. So I hope you guys are checking the SBCs daily just to see if EA do these little 2 days SBCs, because this is basically a mini 100k pack. A 100k pack is a 24 player rare gold players pack. This was a 22 gold player with I think seven rare gold players, so that's pretty good. That's a pretty cool pack for them to drop early, and I managed to get De Bruyne. So this is what my team's looking like now. It is called Oh Kevin De Bruyne. Sorry, probably didn't like that, but yeah, I've got Ruben Diaz. He's amazing. These two are just quick. Justine and Upamecano. Kimmich is back. De Bruyne is here. Haaland's striker, and actually play him at striker in one of my formations, which I'll show you what I'll be rocking this week. I'll be rocking. Oh, sorry, no. That one was what I was going to rock until it didn't work. Is this one. This is what I'm going to be rocking now. Haaland's on the left and Marlon's in the middle because I find Haaland works in any position bar striker. In striker, he is horrible. He drops too low. He's never up top. But as a wing or as a cam, he's either running into the box late to bang one in or at the edge of the corner where I can cross with Kimmich or Sane and just score headers all day. And just basically has that lockdown with Kevin De Bruyne and Sterling free-flowing throughout the midfield and the defense pretty much holding its own. But yeah, that's the team I'm holding. That was probably the best pack you'll see from me in a while, Modric and De Bruyne. And make sure you're keeping your squad at 185 and having all rare gold players in it because of the milestone for foundations. And yeah, so that's all that's all for Red's Market Watch this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Check the link in the description for my Twitter, my Discord, and all that stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys had a good week, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya!